Hi, welcome to ADI Technical Training. I'm Matthew. In this video, we're looking at Winpak 4.9. We're going to configure the system to accept a fire alarm input. So when the fire alarm is activated, first of all, you'll get a notification in the software window saying fire alarm activation. Maybe you could use that for further functions. But the prime point of this is that it will unlock doors. It won't unlock all the doors. We can specify which doors, but it will unlock the doors to let people through the fire escape route to the final exits. This system works best where using a server client setup, as the machine, the host server, has to be running all the time to manage the inputs. Okay, so how it works is, first of all, you create I call it a script. You create a rule. The rule is when an alarm input is detected, the doors will open, and you have to create a normal rule. A normal rule being when there's no inputs, the doors are in their normal locked position. So let's go to configuration, command file, and we're going to add a command file. We'll give it a name. Let's call it, let's just call it open. You can call it anything you like, fire open or whatever. Give it a name, a description if you want to, and then click on add. ADV, that's the names of the devices. The ADV we're using will be an entrance. Which entrance? It's the Maxpro. My site. On my site, I've only got two doors, both on the Maxpro controller. Reader 1 is for door 1. The command we're going to issue is to unlock. Click OK to that. I've got a two-door controller, so we'll do door 2. And the device will be at an entrance. And this time it's reader 2. And unlock again. And click OK. And then click OK to that. So now we've created the command for open. We need to create a normal or closed command. So add, close, again, and it's the same procedure again. Entrance, reader 1. This time it's going to lock. Click OK. And the same again. Entrance, command, reader 2. And this one's going to lock. Click OK. And click OK to that. So we've created a command file for open and close. And if we want to, we can test if that works. And hopefully, if I go to control map, you can see here I've got my controllers are online. Hopefully we'll be able. What happens is a little line will go through the icon here when the door's unlocked. So if we want to test if this is working, and if we go to open and click on the run, give it a second or two, and there you go. I heard the relays clicking. You can see the icons have changed because the doors are unlocked now. So in essence, that script, that command is working. And let's just go back to command file and close it this time, and then run. Give this a second or two, and it will show them closed. So we know the command's working, we know the file's working. What we need to do now is apply the input rule to the system. How do we get that input to run that file? So again, configuration, this time device map. There's our single controller. Double click on that. Go to inputs. Now I'm using input AUX auxiliary 2, and I happen to know it's either 13 or 14. I'm guessing it's 14. Let's go there. If you don't know, what you can do is just highlight the input you think it may be, click on add, and it will tell you here what it is. It was auxiliary input 2, and that's the one I'm using. So if we just change that to fire, that's the name of the input. That's what's going to show in the alarm window. The name, it'd be a custom file that we're creating. What's its action? Upon an input alarm, we are going to receive a command called open. Click OK. So when the fire alarm receives an input command, it's going to open the doors. Oh, let's go back in there, click on edit again. And this time, same as before, but this time when the input's in the normal condition, this time it will make sure the doors are closed, so they're locked from the normal state, and then click OK. The input type, as I say, I'm going closed going. I'm going closed going open. Sorry, I'm going open going closed. I'm using normally open, so that would be my input there. If it was closed going open, if it was a closed loop and it opens up, you would just change the input there. Okay, so that's everything done there. Then click OK, and then finally, just for peace of mind, what we can do is go back to define control areas. There's my site. Show available devices. And now if I select an input, there it is, then click on fire and add. Oh, and then drag it there and add it. So now I've got that input showing. So when we come to press the button in a moment, we'll see that input change. Close that, then come out there, then come out there, then reopen that again. So now if I press that input, if I test that input, you can see it goes red and the doors have unlocked. The readers are on green. I've got the alarm window here. You can see fire alarm inputs active. So I'm just going to close that input now. That's gone back to green. It's back to its normal state, and the doors have relocked. Just a quick look at the electrical connections. This is the MPA board, as you can see. On the top right there, you can see I've highlighted where it's auxiliary inputs. And you'd bring from your fire alarm or your relay, you'd bring in a connection, a normally closed or normally open connection across ground, GND, and input 2. When that opens or closes, depends on your input, that will activate the input on the MPA, the Maxpro controller. And there you are. That's how you would set up a fire alarm input into a Honeywell Winpak system.